Deshaun Watson signed a fully guaranteed 236, I believe-ish, contract in Cleveland with the expectation of him running the same numbers as he did in Houston. When he was in Houston, he was the top quarterback. Whether they had a good team, a winning team, or a losing team, he threw single-digit touchdowns, 30 to 40 touchdowns a year, 3,000 to 4,000 yards easily each year. I mean, that is high caliber Pro Bowl, possible Super Bowl caliber quarterback. And that's what Cleveland signed. Now, the problem is that Cleveland, since he's been in Cleveland, he has an 11-game suspension, gets in the second season, and he is pretty much, after 6 games, he's pretty much out for the season. Now, he got surgery. Now, there's a lot of kickback on Watson this year on the fact that his first game actually playing, he threw for 150 maybe-ish yards, couldn't throw anything over 15 yards, couldn't complete a pass. Some of that stuff comes up to the fact that, number one, he had a bunch of bad stuff that happened this week. His dad died, blah, blah, blah. I had a problem when Baker Mayfield was injured and Stefanski kept letting him play. I had a problem with that, knowing the fact that if you're injured, you need to be sitting the bench. I don't care if you have a chip on your shoulder. I don't care what the details are. Watson was getting pounded, and you don't put that kind of money and just let your guys just get pounded. And so, in perspective, yeah, he didn't throw very good, but in perspective, he got hit 25 plus times, sacked out of those 25 times, 26 times. He got sacked 6 times. He got hit on virtually all that out of 45 to 50 dropbacks. No quarterback, I don't care if you're Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Eli Manning, Brett Favre, Warren Moon, Steve Young, Joe Montana, I don't care. Lamar Jackson, I don't care. If you're on your back that much, you're not going to be good. Cleveland did that to Justin Fields back in 2018, 17, someplace in there, where they just kept him on his back. He got sacked 9 times. He got hit 15 to 20 times. And everybody kept saying how bad Justin Fields was after that game. And it's like, dude, he lived off his back. He didn't have a chance to look downfield. Now, Watson had a little bit more time because of the way he moves, but the point is still the same. Yes, he did some bad plays. Yes, he threw a couple interceptions. Yes, he did not throw a touchdown. Yes, he did not throw any passes over 15 yards. That's unacceptable. That's not excusable. I'm not making that excusable. But on the other side, when you are fearing for your life and you're looking for a hole to try to give you a minute versus trying to look down the field, that's not good. Now, the point I'm getting to is the fact that to say all that, Deshaun Watson did not play at all during the preseason. Everybody's saying how bad that is for him, and you know what? They're right. It's not good. But on the other side, I keep arguing that is not a player thing. That is a coach thing. I get that he's trying to stay healthy, but you can't expect somebody who's not playing the preseason to be good during the regular season without any prep. So to me, this first game is a preseason game against Dallas. And as much as it sucks to see and how embarrassing it is a preseason game, plain simple. First game, nobody cares. Now, to say all that, here's the point I'm getting to, and I wish I could actually put the video with the camera, but I can't right now, so I'm just looking at you and talking. But here's perspective to really think about. Deshaun Watson got accused of another sexual assault. Ho-hum. Here we go again. To make it even more interesting, Cleveland has already started looking at backups, which is starting to say even more. Now, there is a clause in the contract of Watson's $236 million contract, and this is the whole point this video is getting to, is for all those saying, calling for Deshaun Watson's head. We don't know details yet. But to put that in perspective, if this is something new, Cleveland has an out from Watson's contract. $236 million, 70, 80 million has already been paid to him. 140 million left to go. If Deshaun Watson gets hit with this contract, or with this charge, whatever you want to call it, Deshaun Watson's out of a job. He's out of $90 to $140 million. And Cleveland has an out from a quarterback that has been nothing but a nuisance to them. Now, if it has been disclosed, then Cleveland is still going to be responsible. But from the reports that I am seeing, it's a good possibility that Deshaun Watson does not have this on his record. And they're not backing down like most of the other people have. At least not yet. Now, could they be bought off and it be dropped? Possibly. But if that's the case, and this is still a new case, even if it's dropped, Cleveland has an out. Think about that. Cleveland signed a quarterback for $236 million for the quarterback that was in Houston, that was an all-pro, that could throw for 4,000 yards, could throw 30 to 40 touchdowns, could throw single-digit interceptions in a year, QBR top in the league, a passer rating way above everybody in the league. That's what Cleveland signed for. They did not sign for this mediocre guy that has looked like he's unsure, unfit, unreliable, and and does not lead the team. But he did have a couple glimpses of that past. When he played in Baltimore last week, he went 14 of 14 for I don't know how many yards, a couple touchdowns. Did not miss a pass the whole second half. That is the Watson we're looking for. So, put in perspective however you want. Cleveland might have an out. Watson might be in a lot of trouble. You guys have a good one, and as I know more, I will let you know.